This week, the university announced that the multi-decade-old Orr Hall will be reserved for upperclassmen.
The Winter Olympics came to a close, with gold medal winners from all over the country, including here in Wyoming.
And we cover what sport highlights you might have missed. Well, welcome back to WyoWire, bringing you the latest on campus and statewide news. I'm Dylan Pierce.
And I'm Carolina Boelter. Upperclassmen will have a place of their own on campus as the university will convert the currently empty Orr Hall into housing just for them.
Our Eric Vigil spoke with university housing officials about what students should expect.
Established in 1966, Orr Hall will be getting a big change in August of 2026. The currently empty dorm will now be reserved for upperclassmen and transfer students.
And there will be a floor for people that are 21 and over. There'll be additional floors for just students that are returners, and we know their needs are a little bit different.
That was Kim Zaff, the University of Wyoming's housing director. Her and Eric Webb, the Associate Vice President of Business Enterprise, were able to talk to me about this change and why housing is going in this direction. These single upperclassmen dorms will be offered at a discounted rate at $3,225 per semester, the same rate of the double occupancy dorms at the new North and South halls. The dorms will feature the same furniture as seen in this White Hall showroom. What will change is the dorms will have fewer RAs to reflect the independent living underclassmen want, along with the opportunity to get a more flexible meal plan.
We are actually currently, starting even next week, having an external carpet cleaning company come in and do some deep cleaning of the carpets. We'll do some additional maintenance work to the elevators.
This plan to bring upperclassmen to Orr Hall is temporary, as housing is still hoping to demolish these legacy dorms in order to make room for new housing.
North and South Hall represent what we're referring to as phase one of a housing plan. There's a long-term plan to continue to replace all the legacy halls long-term and eventually have all of our housing located on the west side of 15th Street.
Because housing is financially independent, getting its funding from what students pay for housing and dining, they are renting out these empty dorms to pay for maintaining them in the meantime.
At this point in time, I don't know if that lasts forever, but at this point in time, it felt like there's a need or an opportunity to utilize these and a need for students.
As new dorms get built on campus, it's looking like the legacy dorms are changing with the times as well. I'm Eric Vigil with WyoWire. Back to you, Carolina.
The 2026 Winter Olympics in Milan and Cortina d'Ampezzo, Italy wrapped up earlier this week, with the U.S. bringing home 12 gold medals, 12 silver medals, and 9 bronze. This placed the U.S. second, just behind Norway, for who brought home the most. 2 of Wyoming's best contributed 3 of those medals. Breezy Johnson from Jackson Hole brought home the gold in alpine skiing, and Jalen Koff from Alta received 2 silver medals in freestyle skiing. On top of those wins, Jalen was even photographed with Snoop Dogg on February 12th. Congratulations, girls.
The Wyoming House and Senate are divided on what the future of Wyoming's budget will look like. Specifically, the Senate restored the University of Wyoming block grant along with other programs cut in the original proposed budget while the House retained them. Now, both chambers will have to negotiate a $170 million difference between the 2 approved budgets before sending it to the governor's desk for final approval.
Here's a quick look at March's first week of weather here in Laradice. We're starting the week off on the colder side with daytime highs mostly in the low to mid-30s and overnight lows in the teens. There's a slight chance for some light snow or flurries midweek, so don't be surprised if we see a little reminder that it's still winter. As we head towards the weekend, temperatures slowly climb. Highs could reach the upper 30s to low 40s by Saturday and Sunday, with a mix of sun and clouds. Overall, it's a gradual warm-up, but still chilly in the mornings and evenings, so we're not quite into full spring mode yet, but we are starting to see a small shift in that direction. Now let's move on to more sports with Morgan Moore.
How are we doing, Pokes fans? I hope y'all are having a good day, and if not, I hope I can make your day a little bit better because it is time for more sports with Morgan Moore. My name is Morgan Moore, and let's dive into what's been happening the past week. Wyoming Rugby has a big weekend this week. Cowboy Rugby is playing in the Yellow Rose Showcase for Sevens this Saturday, and Cowgirl Rugby is playing in a tournament held at Air Force this Sunday. Very exciting, and good luck to both teams. Let's shift gears to Cowboy basketball. They are now 6-11 after playing Boise this past Tuesday. It was a close game, but unfortunately they ended up losing. However, our Cowboys have a game against Air Force this Saturday at the Dome of Doom, so go support our Cowboys. Now for our Cowgirls, they are 6-12 after playing Air Force, and it was a close game, and it went into overtime. However, our Cowgirls ended up short. Cowgirls have an upcoming game against San Diego this Saturday at San Diego, so look out for that and show some love to our Cowgirls. All right, now it is time for WyoWire's top 3 plays of the week. Starting off at number 3, we have Naz Meyer with a drive to the basket with a tough contested finish for 2. Great drive by Naz. At number 2, we have Dennis with an attack to the hole and a slam dunk against Boise. Great play by Dennis. And for our number 1 spot, we have Peyton Muma with a fast break down the court for a 180 backwards layup. What a crazy play. And then she shrugs right after. She doesn't know, but it works. What a crazy move for Peyton, and good job. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll be it for WyoWire's top 3 plays of the week. And thank you so much for watching. And remember, go Pokes.
And that's a wrap.
Keep your friends up to date on all the things UW by liking and sharing this post.
And don't forget to give a follow if you haven't already, because next week we'll have more news and you wouldn't want to miss. And remember,
Go Pokes.